On the last episode of Can and Think Big, I had the chance to talk to Eldwin Chua, CEO of Paradise Group Holdings, about how he went from working in a coffee shop to running a restaurant empire that includes this $4 million restaurant at Ion Orchard. Today though, I'm going to sit down with him at his dim sum concept restaurant, which is just a few doors down over here. Follow me. Oh yeah, my name's Neil Moore and this is Can and Think Big. Eldwin, thank you so much for joining us again for part 2 of your Can and Think Big interview. We're going to talk a bit about how you maintain your business as opposed to how you built it. But before we do, I want to tackle this concept of thinking big. It's an idea that Canon have put forward. What does it mean to you as an entrepreneur?
In fact, I love the Canon slogan, thinking big. So it's when you think big, you will have big dreams to have the motivation to move forward.
Absolutely. So thinking big has, got you to this point where you're living your dream in the F&B industry, but it's an industry that moves very, very fast. How do you carve out your niche?
For us, we are always looking to find a successful formula, to find a competitive edge. We notice people are actually fanatic with xiao long bao, right? So we think, okay, in the market, so many restaurants that serve xiao long baos are very popular. So in order for us to compete with them, we must have something different, something to stand out against our so-called competitors, right? First, we are the first in the world to create the 8 flavored xiao long bao in colors, right? And that's first in the world. It's a wow factor. And our flavored xiao long bao are of international palate, like we created foie gras xiao long bao, black truffle xiao long bao, Sichuan xiao long bao, right? Next, we look at delivering the restaurant ambience. So unlike the typical Chinese restaurant with bright finishes, we actually do the opposite. We did something thematic, we did something rustic. So it's a totally new dining experience. So that's the second wow factor that we have delivered. And obviously we look at the value for money perception, right? So it's again the most important criteria I feel for a success of a restaurant. So when customers, end of the day, when they bill, their average check is about $20. Yeah.
So, the innovations there really, we've got the unique kind of dishes, those dishes that you actually want to photograph and show people.
Yep.
We have unique ambiance and we have, the right price point. Who is behind that innovation?
It was actually my idea, but obviously my idea, I need a team to execute. So we did research, we actually traveled to China, to several parts of China, right, to do surveys and to taste what is the taste of the actual food that we are actually going to serve.
You're 10 years into your entrepreneurial career now, and you're still innovating, you're still researching, you're still traveling, you're still tasting. Do you not get tired?
Along my journey, right, when certain problems arise, right, sometimes you get really demoralized. Sometimes you just wake up, what am I doing? What am I supposed to do? It's really good. Sometimes you take a short break to keep you fresh and rejuvenated when you're back. And
I think that's really, really good advice.
Yep.
So let me recap. You now have 30 restaurants in Singapore, 8 restaurants overseas. I'd say you've been pretty successful. Would you agree? How do you gauge success?
I wouldn't consider myself successful though, yeah, but I'm working hard, fulfilling my dreams, building our brands internationally, to have everybody in the world to have at least tasted Paradise brands of restaurant at least once. So it's a big dream, but nevertheless we are staying motivated, fulfilling our dreams, fighting hard, working hard, flying the Singapore flag high. Yeah.
That brings me nicely to, you're still as jazzed about it as you ever were. You're still motivated. What is your advice to the other entrepreneurs out there who maybe are feeling a little demoralized?
It's always very important to stay motivated and always to possess that never say die attitude. When there's problem, right, it's a challenge. It's how you solve the problem. And as entrepreneur, right, you will always charge without calculating the risk, without being sensible about the consequences. So as a true entrepreneur, you should have calculated risk and to be able to cope within your pace.
Between now and world domination, what's the next step?
We are still gradually expanding, both domestically and internationally. We actually have restaurants in the pipeline in Thailand, Japan, and we are also in the midst of creating new concepts, creating new restaurants. So guys, do look forward to our new Asian tapas bar concept that's coming into the market.
Eldwin, it all sounds incredibly exciting. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and your vision with us as part of Canon Think Big, and best of luck for the future.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.